Another shocking news is that partners backed by Ripple raised $1 billion to buy XRP off the market. What's going on in the crypto world at the moment? I'll tell you everything you need to know about this business. We also have a new interview clip with Jay Claver where he talks about 3 to 4 numbers. That's why we got to hear it. We could play it. Some little things have changed and you want to know about them. I'll tell you what they are. But first, we need to look into what's going on. The CEO of Evernorth, Ashish Birla, says, "I'm proud to share that we've launched Evernorth XRP. It's the first business vehicle of its kind, and it was made to speed up the adoption of XRP. With over 10 years of uptime and a DeFi community that is growing quickly, XRP is ready to be used, and Evernorth is designed to be ready for that moment." Yes, I know that many people like to see official news releases, so here they are. As it says, Evernorth Holdings Inc. are a new Nevada corporation that will help large institutions adopt XRP. Today announced the launch of its public offering and the completion of a business combination agreement with Armada Acquisition Corp., which I think is the NASDAQ company in this case, and is a publicly traded special purpose acquisition company. Once the deal is done, the new company will be called Evernorth and should be able to trade on NASDAQ under the symbol XRPN, as long as the listing standards are met. It is believed that the deal will raise more than $1 billion, with SBI investing $200 million and Ripple making more investments. Along with Pantera Capital, Kraken, GSR, and other investors, Ripple works as a separate charitable foundation and special impact ventures around the world. It is also backed by Ripple co-founder Chris Larsson and other leading digital asset and fintech leaders and investors. The net amount of money will be used to pay for open market purchases. Ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we want to hear about XRP to build the world's largest commercial XRP deposit account. Wow. Now Ripple is doing this, and now another company is too. That's $2 billion promised in the past 4 days. You get $5 billion, $10 billion, and $100 billion at first. What do you think will happen? There's only so much XRP left on the market. Anyone can buy or sell the rest of the XRP. Ripple is in charge of it. As of now, Ripple only releases $1 billion every month, or institutions are holding on to it for the long run. There is not much XRP left, and it is getting worse quickly. This is something you need to pay attention to. Also, guys, I've been sharing a lot of XRP news. Follow and subscribe to get the latest and greatest crypto and XRP news. I'm in good shape. I'm aware that you're here for information. I love you. Have a wonderful week. Let's get this over with, okay? Wow. Okay, this is why we saw the news from Ashish Birla. Our name was Chad Steingraber. Since he added something, could you tell me a little more? I checked to see if there was anything else I might have missed. I gave this to Lexi. Important for Ripple, its strategic partnerships, direct investment strategy with Evernorth, support its story to make XRP a core asset for institutional finance and products and services. This increases Ripple's impact in capital markets and DeFi even more. The project is getting help from more people in the Ripple community, such as RippleWorks and Chris Larsson. So great to see Chris Larsson in the middle of something, trying to get these new types of companies with specific goals to buy XRP. Start to think, is this the only one? You have Ripples in this one. What else are they going to say? Yes, though there are only 1 or 2 of these per year, there could be 5 or 10 of them, right? It might be 5 or 10 more. I think more of those will start to drop, right? Remember last week when the Ripple 1 price dropped? I told you that this could lead to more drops. And look, it's Monday, and this is what started it all. Okay, this is crazy. I cannot believe that Evernorth has collected over $1 billion from SBI, Ripple, and other partners to help improve the XRP ecosystem, XRPL network infrastructure, DeFi on the XRP ledger, capturing yield, and giving liquidity. Evernorth wants to build one of the world's biggest institutional XRP treasuries. They also want to use their resources to help the XRP ecosystem grow as a whole. Participation of validators and network security running XRP validators to make the ledger more resilient and decentralized. Okay, Ripple's RL, USC stablecoin, can be used as an entry point into XRP-based decentralized finance. This opens up chances for yield and encourages more people to use XRP as collateral. XRP's real use in payments, capital markets, and tokenized assets will grow as the market develops, as it provides liquidity and takes part in projects that do so. You understand why I said it that way, right? Participation of the validator, okay? To make sure we have this right, the people who support it are SBI, Ripple, Chris Larsson, And, she's here talking, which is mostly Ripple people. A lot of people say that the XRP ledger isn't open enough and that Ripple has too much power, which they don't really have anymore. But this would start to give more people access, control, and voting power. That's the only thing I can see here. I wanted to tell you about how I really feel. Tell me if I'm crazy. In other words, I don't think this is a bad thing. Really, I just believe we should pay attention to it. When 10s or 20 of these things go live and Ripple is active in all of them, you start to wonder how much power they now have over voting. People might start to think that it is not decentralized, which could lead to more and more rumors. Let's move on from this. This was also brought up by a Wrath economist. Evernorth, which is backed by Ripple, said on Monday that it will go public on NASDAQ through a merger with Armada Acquisition Corp. Ashish Birlar, CEO of Evernorth and former CEO of Ripple, is also on board. He is funding SBI, Pantera Capital, and Kraken. We did talk about that and a lot more. G Treasury provides a way for these reserves to move between institutional accounts, and this SPACY gives Ripple a public way to hold and use XRP as a flexible reserve. Following that, both Chris Larsson and Brad wrote about it. Chris Larsson tells Ash, "Congratulations. Go blue on the launch of the Evernorth XRP team today." Today, Evernorth is the missing link between the XRP capital markets and the use of XRP in DeFi goods. I'm also proud to put 50 million XRP into the company. It's great that Chris is giving his own XRP, and Brad Garlinghouse did say that Ashish and his team are creating something truly unique with Evernorth XRP. We are thrilled to be working with him and to be a part of an amazing group of investors such as SBI Holdings, Pantera Capital, Kraken, GSR, and RippleWorks, who are all ready to support Evernorth and its participants in opportunities for institutional lending, liquidity provisioning, and DeFi yield for XRP. It's so great to see you here. Just so you know, says Isa or Dom Kwok, the most important thing to know about XRP Treasury Company is that they will buy XRP on the open market, something I did explain to you at the start. This is Jake's most recent conversation and video clip where he talks about XRPs. That sounds good. Say we want to guess the price of XRP. For ETFs alone, I think $10 to $50 is a good price. I think we will be able to get all of the other triggers. To say it again, I'm 95% sure it will happen this year.